That's so great. So are you ready for your questions?
Yes.
Okay, let's go then. First, tell me about yourself. Who are you?
I'm Karen.
Okay, and where are you from?
Ghana.
And what is your major?
Okay, I'm a first year PhD student at Aston Business School. However, technically finishing my first year, but my major is in strategy and innovation.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
So where are we now?
So this is where everything happens on campus. This is the main building. Every lecture happens here, and that is the business school. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. So what initially attracted you to study at Aston Business School?
Okay, so I came to Birmingham a couple of years ago and I loved Aston and I said I have to come here. However, that's just on a lighter note. I came here because it's the best business school in Birmingham.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm fully funded, so why not?
Wow, good point.
Oh.
So has it met your expectations?
100%. However, there's room for improvement. Yeah, I think so.
Always, right. So could you tell us about the entry requirements and application process?
Okay, so it differs with people, but I'll tell you mine. So before I got in, I spoke to a professor. I showed him my proposal. He was okay with it. Then he asked me to apply. So I applied a year before I came in. Yeah, so it differs. Some people go through studentships, that is there's a topic you apply to, or you are part of a project, or you start through the master's to the PhD progression. Yeah.
Okay.
So it differs with people. Yeah.
Okay. So how would you describe the atmosphere at your university?
Busy. I'm telling you, it's because it's a weekend, you don't really see a lot of people, but if it's the weekday, you know there's a busy uni. Very busy. Especially this building, such that the lift is always busy.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
And how would you describe the atmosphere in Birmingham? Do you sometimes feel like a picky blinder, like a member of a street gang?
Okay, I love Birmingham. It's the second city after London, so obviously it's very cosmopolitan but slower. For the peaky blinders, I have an interesting story. So this floor, right, this building, we have a floor, it's called the 11th floor. But we have a gang, so we call it the 11th floor gang. And I happen to be the vice president. So yes, technically I'm part of a gang.
Wow!
Yeah, we go out when we are bored or tired, stuff like that.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And are there any unique traditions or events that you've experienced here?
Yeah, so last week we had the Astonbury here. It's more like a concert, like a very big concert where people like musicians and other stuff come here. However, I know in Birmingham, Christmas starts way earlier than the 25th. So from just the beginning, there's just the fun and everything in the city center. Yeah, so that's what I've noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there many opportunities to interact with students or engage in any activities?
Yeah, we do. I mean, the PhD community is very active here. So we have the APRS, we have the BSS, so we normally have conferences, workshops or balls or lunches and stuff. So you tend to meet other PhD people, plus the 11th floor. I meet all my friends there, so yeah, the 11th floor.
Okay, so, well, can I ask, what is your favorite spot on campus?
I have two actually.
Okay.
First off is the 11th floor, but I'll show you the second one. Ta-da! So this is like the lakeside. Like my second favorite place is the lakeside because when I'm writing and I can't think, I just come here, look at the water, and I'm fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
so
I get
like
it.
the lakeside.
I get it. Okay, so what and where were you studying during your bachelor's and master degrees?
So I'm from Ghana, obviously. I said that from the beginning. So I had my undergrad in Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Then I came to University of Nottingham.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
I did my master's there. Yeah, master's business and management. Yeah, that's what I did for my master's.
Congratulations! Of course. And what is it like to do a PhD? Could you describe the program structure a little?
It's a lot. Well, I'll start off with a quote I heard from a conference I went yesterday. The lady said, PhD is not a job, it's a life you choose. So technically it's like a 24-hour, 7 days a week kind of thing.
Yeah.
So for my uni, you have to go through a first year. The first year you do compulsory modules, then you finish it up with a QR, which I have in some few months, then a mini viva, then you can officially start the PhD. Then your PhD starts from second year, third year,
Okay, I see. Okay.
But it differs from university to university, But this is the structure here.
Okay. And can you tell us a bit about your research topic and what led you to pursue it?
Oh my days! Okay, so I'm going to do that in a very simple terms.
Okay.
Good. So my research is on digital platforms. When we say digital platforms, we are talking about things like Uber, Deliveroo, Airbnb, Upwork and stuff like that. But I'm focusing on the ride sharing ones. And I'm just seeking to understand how people from a particular context understand and interpret that business model. Simple.
I see.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And could you share any maybe interesting or surprising discoveries you've made during your research?
Oh, I don't want to bore you with academics. Well, I just realized that a lot of studies have not looked at my context. I'm from Ghana, obviously. I'm from a developing country, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at exploring that nuance from that section. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And are there any specific professors or mentors at Aston University who have greatly influenced your academic development?
Of course. My supervisor is the best. I have a really good supervisor. He pushes me. He's a mentor. He's everything. Yeah, I can't say more. He's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Plus, well, when it comes to my research, there are other people that influence it. Like I meet authors. But for my uni, it's my supervisor. Yeah.
Okay. And what skills or knowledge have you gained during your PhD that you believe will be valuable for your future career?
I can stay 4 hours undisrupted. Yeah, I didn't think I could do that because before, PhD is different from doing a master's or an undergrad. So before I'll just sit like an hour and I'm done. But now I have to sit like 3 to 4 hours, and I didn't know I could do that. I read a book by I've forgotten the author, but it said deep work. So with deep work, you stay undisrupted for like a few hours, then you break, stuff like that. So yeah, I think
it's a superpower, totally.
I learned it the hard way, but it's good.
Yeah. Okay. And have you had the opportunity to teach or assist in any undergraduate courses during your PhD?
So I started, however, because I have to finish my QR at the end of the first year, I would have to move that to my second year. So I'll be doing a bit of teaching in my second year.
I see.
Yeah.
Are you happy about it?
Yeah, I would like to teach well. It comes with a lot of preparation, but I'll give it a try. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. And can you share any tips or advice for aspiring students when it comes to learning, revising for the exams?
Okay. When it comes to me, I don't leave things to chance, like to the last day. I have classmates that do things closer to deadlines. I can't do that. So I do it bits every single day. So I think you have to know what kind of learner you are, how fast you are, what time you learn, stuff like that.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I think so.
Just know yourself.
Know yourself. Yeah.
So how has experiencing student life influenced your personal growth?
I think a PhD is a very interesting journey. It actually tests your mental stability. Not stability, but I mean capability. Let me use that word. Your emotional maturity, your people relationship, and your resilience. I didn't know I could handle things the way I'm handling them now. Alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I technically don't have family here, so it's just me, PhD, friends. Yeah. The 11th floor.
True. Okay. And what do you like to do in your free time?
Free time. The 11th floor, we go out. My friends, we go grab coffee or like lunch or anything, or we stay in and watch Netflix, eat something.
Yeah. It's casual.
Casual.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something about a PhD. You always feel guilty when you leave the work. I went out yesterday with a couple of friends, and as I was outside, I was like, Karen, you have a lot of things to do when you are outside. You always feel guilty for taking a break for yourself. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just about PhD.
True.
Yeah.
And so, have you had the chance to explore other cities or regions in the UK during your time
Yeah, I
here?
have been to Liverpool,
Ooh.
Coventry,
Okay.
London, maybe Manchester.
Uh-huh.
However, these are very close cities. I haven't gone outside, like we want to go to the Lake District, Edinburgh and stuff. We are planning that on the 11th floor. So yeah, hopefully I'll do that later after my QR. Yeah.
And are you working while studying?
No. Technically, I'm not working, but I'm working because
Yeah.
I'm a resident tutor. I'm supposed to be here most of the time, yeah, for students and stuff. So it's considered work, but I'm
Yeah.
not working.
Yeah, I get it, I get it. Okay, so what has been the biggest challenge you've faced since studying in Birmingham?
Sometimes I miss home food. I won't lie. I can actually cook it myself, but you would want someone else to cook it for you, or you'd want to, see friends or family, very close family members, but you don't get that here. So that sometimes can be very challenging,
Yeah.
especially when you're not understanding what you're doing in class and stuff.
Yeah.
You'd want some extra source of companionship or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so how do you manage to balance, your research work, like your work and friends and academics? Like, how do you manage?
Okay, so first is my faith. It helps me get through. Then I have family members. Obviously, my family, my friends are the best. Like, we're always in touch digitally. However, on campus, I'm fortunate to have very good friends
Yeah.
who would just quickly come to my apartment when I say, gosh, I don't get something. So I feel blessed. Like, it's like a really great thing. It gets me through, especially when maybe I got a feedback from my supervisor, or I'm reading or something, I don't get it. Like, I know people I can just quickly call who just say,
Yeah.
Karen, we can do it. Yeah, stuff like that.
It's
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you overcome any moments of doubt or frustration during your PhD?
To be fair, it always happens. There's something called the imposter syndrome. You always feel like you can't do it. But I think one of the things I have learned for myself is that it's always hard until it's done. It's always hard until it's done.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
just that.
Yeah.
You cry it off a little.
Yeah.
Sometimes I close my book, I close my laptop, I go to my friend, she's in this building. Yeah, I go to her. Yeah, she's in her final year, I go to her, then we order food in, we watch Netflix. And,
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you believe is the key to living a fulfilling and meaningful life?
I think first, know yourself. 2, don't rush. 3, don't compare. And 4, it's always hard until it's done. Yeah, I think so. It's always hard until it's done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the most memorable piece of advice you've ever received, and who gave it to you?
I've been having a lot of it, but I'll just share the recent one I had from my supervisor. So he just said, come on, Karen, you can do it. Yeah, so
I like it.
because he asked me to do something apart from my first year responsibilities, and I thought I couldn't do it. So he said, come on, Karen, you can do it. So I think
Yeah.
that's the recent advice I had.
Such a
yeah.
motivation, right? Exactly.
best, yeah.
Okay. So, and what is your quote or motto that you live by?
I think at this point you already know. It's always hard until it's done. Hello. All the books I should have read that I didn't read. It happens to all of us, doesn't it?
Exactly. Okay, and now, what is the cost of living in Birmingham?
Well, technically things are expensive now. So yeah, it's expensive in UK now. So yeah, I think it's Birmingham too. It's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see. And the cost of attending Aston Business School?
I think it's expensive a little.
Uh-huh.
I'm not paying anything, so I don't know. But I think I spoke to an MSc student, and he said he's paying close to £20,000.
Ah, okay.
So probably around that for international students.
International
Yeah.
and domestic students?
They probably pay half of the amount. Yeah,
I
hopefully,
see,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, and is there university housing?
Yeah, look. So all these are university housing. Like all those are buildings, houses, accommodation. Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Is financial aid available?
I think so. I think so. I'm not too much into that because I'm
Okay.
funded.
Oh.
Plus, I'm a resident tutor. I have an apartment to myself.
Ah, okay.
But I think there are opportunities for funding,
Mm-hmm.
especially for PhD. There's the ESRC. There are other things if you're part of a project. There's also like bursary for PhD students. So yeah, I think we're good. Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about like specific grants or funding opportunities for PhD. Can we get into some details maybe, if you know any programs?
Okay, so I am on the business school studentship.
Okay.
I know there are other ones. Every department has their own source of funding. I don't know too much about other funding, but there's also the Commonwealth, the Chevening, there's ESRC. There's a lot. It depends on where you are studying, who is funding, and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now pick one. Okay.
Okay.
Coffee or tea?
Tea?
Okay. Early bird or night owl?
Night bird.
Okay. Studying alone or studying in a group?
Studying alone. Alone. Look, that's the library, right? Behind you. I'm supposed to like the library, but I don't. I don't like the library. I'm either studying from my room or home or the 11th floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
a
like the
good
11th
place,
floor
though.
already.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you had a time machine,
Yeah.
which area or historical event would you like to visit and why?
Well, when Jesus came, I think I would want to know more about that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to. If you could learn a new skill instantly,
Yeah.
what would it be?
I don't know if it counts as a skill, but I'll love to learn instantly a new language.
Oh.
Yes, I think it would be cool to
Oh.
speak something else apart from English and my local dialect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I can speak a bit of Spanish, a little, a bit of French, and a little bit of Arabic.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Thank you.
Okay, and what is one thing that people might be surprised to learn about you?
Okay, I don't know if there are people don't know, but you know sometimes it comes with being very educated or maybe being part of like an exposed community and being a woman as well. Some people think that I have a very dominant character, like I'm very bubbly and stuff like that. So people tend to think that you can't control her, blah blah blah. But I think I'm a really chilled person. I'm way cuter and cooler in person. Yeah, I think they already
I
know.
agree. Okay, so what are you most grateful for in your life?
My faith, my salvation, that's the first thing. The family, friends. Then, of course, I've got wonderful people on campus who readily run to my accommodation when I have a problem. So I'm grateful for all that. And my supervisor, of course. Yeah.
Okay, and looking back, what would you say has been the most valuable lesson you've learned during this time?
I think I've learned to do things by myself, for myself, and not feel guilty about it. I think I've also learned to not rush things. And I think I'm learning to go more deeper than surface. I think you never get anything from the surface. So regardless, I think those are things I'm learning.
Yeah.
Go deeper, find the wealth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even look, to find gold, you have to dig.
Let's dig then.
All right.
And what are your plans for the future?
Well, there's always a broader scope, but I think the details become more clearer as you progress through the journey. I'm just in my first year. There are two options: either I go into academia or industry. Let's see how that goes. Yeah.
And would you like to leave the UK?
I just want to be able to travel to any country I want to without problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your dream destination then?
So I've been wanting to go to Bali, but I think Bali, everybody goes to Bali. I was telling my friend yesterday that we should go to Morocco.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think we'll look at it. She said Karen wants to go to Morocco because she wants to take pictures. So I think just in the near future, I'd like to go to Morocco.
Yeah. And if you had to choose a song to describe your experience here, Birmingham University, what would it be?
Today I don't feel like
Doing anything. I see. I love it. And to end our interview, would you want to tell me a joke you know by heart?
So, I don't have a particular joke.
Okay.
But my friends tell me, and I know this for sure, like when I have conversations with people, I always leave them laughing. Not because I have a particular joke, maybe it's just the way I talk or the way I make fun of stuff. Yeah, so, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. So thank you for all this time. Thank you for your
welcome.
hospitality. You're
You're
great.
welcome.
You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
And just keep going.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Take a little walk to the edge of town and go across the track where the viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it shifts and cracks, where secrets lie in the border fires and the humming wires. Yeah, man, you know you're never coming